Okay, welcome everyone to my Facebook Live event and YouTube Live event. Thank you for tuning in today. And so I'm going to talk about the best form of exercise. So we're going to talk about which exercise is best today in terms of any types of exercise. And I want to just first put out there the overall um, my thoughts on exercise. And in terms of aging, I think it is the most powerful longevity drug. So if you're looking to do something to help reverse the signs of aging, I believe exercise is probably one of the best things that you can do. The biggest reason why I'm choosing to do these live sessions with YouTube and Facebook is that I feel like it is the best way for me to reach people and to help build a community. Um, I want to do these every week. I plan to do a Facebook Live, YouTube Live every single week so that where doesn't matter where I am, I can still reach out and hopefully engage some way. I want to share as much knowledge with my people as I can, not just patients in my clinic, but everyone out there who's looking to help become healthier. So that brings to the why. Why am I doing this? Well, this year is going to be a very important year for me. In July, I will turn 49 years old, and it is the age that my mom was when she passed away with cancer. And it is the reason that I became a nurse. And it is why I do what I do every single day. And that is to help people live a happier and healthier life. I think that if my mother um, was alive today, that there's a lot we know in terms of how to age better and how to kind of fix different things that I think she could be alive today. But it is something where I want to try and live a healthier life, and I want to help my patients live a healthier life and everybody in that I know. So, thank you again for tuning in, and hopefully I reached just one person today. So, we're talking about exercise and the benefits of exercise. So, when I said earlier, it is the most powerful longevity drug, it certainly is. And I want to talk about what exercise is best. And that is interesting because no matter what we look at today in terms of like how we eat or how we exercise, there's a lot of conflicting information out there. Is it better to work out in the morning? Is it better to work out in the evening? Is it better to lift weights? Is it better to do cardio? There's all different conflicting information. And what I want to bring to you today is that it doesn't matter what type of exercise it is at all. What matters is that you actually exercise. So, it sounds so simple. It sounds so easy, but it's true. It can be as easy as a walk outside for 10 minutes. It can be doing push ups once or twice a day, one time a day. Perfect. It can be a plank. It doesn't matter. Exercise is exercise. What we do know is that when you do implement exercise, you increase your longevity by as much as 10 years. So when they've done and the research, there's so much research out there that shows people who exercise live longer. Cyclists, runners, no matter what, if you are in better shape, you live longer. And not only that, but you also are happier. You have higher energy levels. You sleep better. So there's so many benefits to exercise. Um, it can help also reduce the risk of chronic disease, such as heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. There's so much statistics and research out there that this has been proven time and time again. That's why I want to take the time to explain why I believe that this is something that um, we all should implement in our lives. Is it's not only that we should, but it's free. So it's one of those things where, you can go and pay, yeah, to be seen by a doctor here in the US, or have a provider in another country where, you're wanting to help fix your symptoms or chronic disease, whatever. And that all comes with a cost. If it's a medication, it could be a side effect. But with exercise, it's something that you can do yourself, and it is something that is free. So I love it when I see patients and they say, "Well, I don't have time," or "It's too hard." So those are choices. The timing, everybody has time. It's not something that needs to take an hour. You do not need to go to a gym. It's literally something you can do in any space, whether it's your house or outside. It is something that's, there are no excuses, and I don't accept excuses. So, um, let's take it back. Probably, I'm going to share with you my journey to how I managed to implement exercise in my everyday. A few months ago, I kind of struggled with, the darkness here in Alaska can really kind of get to you. It kind of we start to see darkness in October. And by the time January and February rolls around, we're kind of fed up, and, it's hard to get outside. We had almost record snowfall this year. So there's always the excuse of, I can't get outside because of the weather. So I was one of those people who I was struggling. I do have a treadmill in my house, but the reason I struggled was more I lacked the energy to kind of wake up in the morning. So I struggled to get up. I would set my alarm for 7:30 every morning, and I struggled to get out of bed. And I think it had a lot to do with the darkness this year. Um, and I was taking vitamin D. I was doing all of the things, but this year I felt it the most, and I'm not sure why. I had a couple of patients who, they're avid people who go to the gym every day and work out. And for me, I struggled thinking, like, I don't know how these people, where they're getting the energy to, number one, wake up so early, and number two, how do they go work out? I'm struggling to get out of bed. So this was in February, where I kind of I thought, how am I going to do this? And I was fortunate to where we had a hockey trip to Tampa, where I was able to get outside. And I'm not sure if it was the sunshine that was it almost like instantly, only like after 2 days of being there, I felt like my energy levels had increased. So I know that may not be something that everybody has in their back pocket, is, to go on a vacation somewhere. But when I came back to Alaska, I felt like I was able to get up in the morning. I set my alarm for 5:30, and ever since February 7th, I have been setting my alarm for 5:30. I get up, I have a cup of coffee, and then I get on the treadmill every single day. It doesn't matter how far I go. I generally try to do 45 minutes every single morning. Some mornings I do 3 miles, some mornings I do 2, 2.5, it doesn't matter. My point is that I've made it a part of my daily routine that I'm not changing. So I made the choice to say, this is what I'm doing, and this is how I can implement it in my day every single day. That's how I get my exercise in the that's my box checked. I also walk my dogs in the evening. So that's my second, and that varies with time, and it's just more of it's a feel good walk where it's outside and I get fresh air, and we're now into lighter days, so it's a very enjoyable walk. But the point is that I was like you a few months ago where it just there was just no way. I thought, I'm not going to be able to do this. So I figured out a way. And you can start as small as 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Everybody has that time in a day to set aside for yourself to exercise. Um, like I said, it helps with longevity. So, we now are in an age where I think it's very realistic to be very healthy in your 70s, 80s, and possibly even 90s. I think we have enough knowledge that if you eat right and if you get good sleep, keep your stress levels down, I believe that you can live a very healthy life into your 80s, 90s. That's and if that is your goal, and you're currently not exercising, I think that exercise is probably one of the most impactful things that you can choose. You choose the time of day, whether you think working out in the morning is better. You also, if it's evening time, then work out in the evening time or during your lunch break. It doesn't matter. Also, for some people who work at an office, here's another excuse that I've heard from my patients. Well, I work all day, I sit all day, and then I get home and I'm exhausted. So that is real. We know that sitting all day is probably not a good idea. So there are things now. I know Amazon has these treadmill desks that you can actually kinda during your lunch break, if you can't go outside, you can pull these they're very, easy to access, and they're really, like, they're small little treadmills that are, like, right around, I think, $200. So, again, if you have time at work, if you can take a break, they're under the desk treadmills, very inexpensive. And you got to look at big picture. Like, I would rather buy this treadmill than have a gym membership that I rarely ever use. So that is another excuse that I hear. And I'm not about excuses, as a lot of my patients know. You give me an excuse, I'll give you a solution. So it doesn't matter. There's always a way. Let's see. What else can we touch on? So we talked about all the benefits with mood, sleep, stress. Um, it's setting realistic goals, goals that you can achieve. Start somewhere. When you start and have a routine, it just takes the discipline every single day to kind of keep going. And I think that it's okay some days to miss. Like, if if something comes up or you're not feeling well, obviously take a day off. That's okay. I think that there are so many incredible benefits to working out. I have a book here called Outlive. It's a new book by Peter Atata. He has a podcast that offers great, great, great tips. This particular book goes into all the benefits of different types of exercise. Another great resource that I like to share with patients who are trying to change bad habits is a book called Atomic Habits. I have it up there on my shelf. If you're trying to change a bad habit, it offers like great ideas. I think everybody who wants to change things, it's a great book to help change a habit. So a habit would be, well, I'm a poor planner and I need to know how to prioritize better. That is a great resource. I also a couple of pieces of advice that I give to my patients is that you have to start somewhere. If you're looking to lose weight, you can work on diet first. You can certainly change how you eat. That can help you get to losing some weight. But if you're looking to take it to the next level of, I want to be stronger. I'm not really focusing on being skinnier, but I want to be stronger. Then implementing exercise is just your next step. So, I talk to all my patients about, their weight loss journeys and implementing exercise and to just, there's so many benefits. I saw a 67-year-old person this morning who, she's lost about 50 pounds and she's now implemented exercise 2 to 4 times a week. And I just told her this morning, I'm like, okay, you need to do this every day now. You need to work out every single day, whether it's walking, strength training, whatever, you need to do it every day. Our bodies are meant to perform. Our bodies are meant to have muscle. And as we age, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So there's no better time than now. I think that I'm almost 50. When I do my ACFT, I can outrun a lot of people, and I never thought that was possible. I love to ride bikes, and no matter what, find an exercise. Doesn't matter what age you are, you can always start and just start small. Start with something you like, make it a routine, stay disciplined, and it is the next step in wellness. It's the next step to living a happier and healthier life. And I hope that I reached one person today. I hope that I gave you some insight into why we need to start exercising. Again, I can't stress it enough that it is the most powerful longevity drug. There's nothing better out there, nothing better. Sleep is a good next one, but if you exercise, you actually get better sleep. So it's kind of everything goes hand in hand. Stay tuned next week. I will be doing another live Facebook and YouTube. And if you have any questions, you want to reach out, you can respond to this live YouTube or Facebook. And if you have any ideas for future live sessions, let me know. I am looking forward to going to Newfoundland this summer. I have everything all booked, so I'll be there hopefully in June and July. So stay tuned. I hope everybody has a great rest of your week and weekend, and you're tuning into the NHL playoffs, and hopefully a Canadian team will take it this year, but not Toronto. So with that, thank you for tuning in. Stay healthy and happy.